Is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and I decided to watch a film for the very first time. I don't know how I missed it. I don't know how it's just now coming across my radar. The Long Kiss Goodnight.
Oh, he's got the gauntlet.
The Long Kiss Goodnight is a 1996 film that was directed by Renny Harlin. Renny Harlin, I haven't heard that name in quite some time, but boy, growing up, Renny Harlin directed some of the coolest and violent action movies that I can remember, and this is no different. This is also written by Shane Black. And I shouldn't have been surprised because look at the theme of this film. It's Christmas. The big reason why I'm watching it now is because I'm trying to get into the holiday feeling. So, of course, Shane Black's name was right there. I shouldn't have been surprised. If it's a Christmas movie, more than likely he's involved. Now, this is a film that I was always aware of. I mean, I grew up in the 90s, so it's something that honestly, I'm surprised I didn't already watch by this point. It was always on my radar. It was always something that I said, one of these days, I'm going to watch this goddamn movie. But I knew nothing about the plot. I knew nothing about what this is about. So, color me surprised when I watch this film and I see Geena Davis, who, my touchstone of Geena Davis is, I know she's been in a lot of other things, but Beetlejuice and The Fly. Those are like the movies I think of the most for her. And I knew she was going to be in this, but I did not expect this type of character that she was playing. At the beginning, she plays Samantha Keynes, who's this housewife. She has a daughter, 8-year-old daughter, and she just seems very straightforward, very non-special. She bakes, just like straightforward. And she's aware that she has amnesia, that there are a portion of her life that she doesn't remember, but she's accepted the fact that, like, hey, this is who she is now. Until one day a bunch of people show up and try to kill her and her family, so she's like, all right, I need to figure this shit out, figure out who I am. She runs into Samuel L. Jackson, who obviously he has that charisma, he has that swagger, he has that Sam Jackson goodness that you would only want from him in a film like this. And I like the two of them together. I'll be honest, Sam Jackson being here, the chemistry that they had, I was like, no, they're not going to do it. There was no way, especially because she was married, there's no way that these two are going to hook up, that they're going to let this black guy hook up with this white woman. But holy fuck, it happened. Now, they don't like have sex, but there's some kissing, there's some flirtation. Like, they were a lot more flirty and involved than I was expecting. So that was very much appreciated. And this film, look, I had fun. I had a blast with this movie. I did. I really enjoyed the premise. I enjoyed seeing Geena Davis show some range. I mean, she's always been good, but I wasn't sure when the beginning flashes of her other personality would show up, or she's having dreams and visions of like how she used to be. I wasn't sure she was going to be able to pull that off. Pull off this like badass assassin type who was cold and didn't care about anybody. I wasn't sure. I've never seen her play something like that. But once she does sort of accept that, once she does fully awaken and become this Charlene Baltimore character, I'm like, holy fuck, she pulled this off, and I think she did a great job. Even a couple of scenes where I felt bad for anybody that sort of came across in her way, like her own daughter. There was a scene where she was teaching her daughter how to ice skate, and her daughter falls and like fractures her wrist, but then her other personality shows up and starts being a complete asshole to the daughter, telling her, get up, stop being a little pussy. I'm like, what the fuck? This is so messed up. Sam Jackson, who has been doing everything to sort of look out for her and help her out. There's one scene where she just realizes, I don't need you anymore, and kicks him out of the car as they're driving. I was like, you bitch! Literally out loud, I said, You fucking bitch. So she pulled that off quite well. I was surprised when she cut her hair and dyed her hair blonde, because I'm very much attracted to Gina Davis just as a brunette. But seeing her as a blonde, I was like, oh shit, okay, all right, I'm feeling it. Also, some of the other cast, Brian Cox was just sort of randomly in this movie, so, but he was good, so I appreciated seeing him. The main plot kind of revolves around this corrupted government people, and I mean, it maybe sounds straightforward or standard to say that corrupted government and corrupted officials, but when you hear his plot about how he just wants to get funding approved, and so in order to do this, he has to fake this terrorist attack that they're going to blame on Muslims, and I'm like, fucking hell, man. I mean, I know it's a movie, but there was a part of me that said, how often has this type of shit happened in real life, and us dumb motherfuckers just don't know? Also, there was a character who kept sort of showing up around Gina Davis, played by Craig Burko. And he looked so familiar. I was looking at him and I was like, where the fuck do I know this guy? And ironically enough, I know him more from comedies like Scary Movie 4 and a couple other parody movies. I had to look him up. But it was sort of jarring to see him in a more serious film. Sure, there's some funny moments, there's some sillier moments because it is Shane Black, but it's still a rated R action movie. It's still a lot of death. His character is a complete piece of shit, asshole type guy. I had fun. I did. I was very surprised. And then there was a part of me that while watching this film, and especially seeing Gina Davis go from this nice, demure housewife to a badass action assassin type, and I thought, wait a minute. This reminds me of a film very recently called Argyle by Matthew Vaughn. And I shitted so hard on that Argyle film. And I'm realizing, well, he stole that plot from this movie. And not just that, because, okay, fine, inspired, maybe, fine. But this is how you do it. This is actually a good version of a plot like that. This is how you pull something like this off. What the fuck? Do I have to go to the 90s in order to see movies that just knew how to do action, knew how to be badass? I mean, I had a blast with this film. I did. What more can I say about it? So guys, let me know in the comments below if you too have seen The Long Kiss Goodnight. What do you think of it? Do you like it as well? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and Merry Christmas.